Mark must be feeling pretty raw after that. It's a point, but does it feel like a loss almost?
No, it doesn't feel like a loss. It is obviously very disappointing that we conceded so late on. If we're coming here and we're taking a draw out of it, we'd think it'd be a reasonable point, but under the circumstances of the game, obviously we are disappointed we haven't won it. We knew that they were under a little bit of pressure. The new manager in and bringing players back off loan, we expected that they would be trying to start fast and get the crowd on their side. And we weathered that little storm, and then we started to take over. Their keeper made 2 good saves from Conor De Mayo before we eventually got the goal, and all the momentum really was with us until the referee gets injured, and then there's a 10-minute delay while they change the ref, and then they came back in it a little bit, and then they got a red card obviously from a tackle where we obviously feel coming in at half time 1-0 up and with them down to 10 men that we should go on and win the game. They stuck in there. We had a few half chances in the second half, but we couldn't quite put it away. I made some decisions to just shore up at the back late on, and the players feel that maybe it was a wrong decision that I made. If that's the case, I have to hold my hand up and I have to learn from that. But one of their subs made a big impact, and that's what I had to sort of counter. I felt I had to counter, and I had to make sure that we were safe at set pieces. Ultimately, the decision of the referee, we'll have to see if it was a penalty. There's a lot saying it was outside the area. There was a lot saying it maybe weren't even a foul. So until we actually see what happened, it's difficult to comment on the penalty.
Yeah. So those changes you mentioned, it was Andy Hall's coming on. Did you feel there was any danger really of Hereford getting back into it though with the way they've been playing?
No. Well, the only way they were going to get in from it was a set piece, and with the players we had, we're quite small. They were putting bigger players on. They nearly scored from one. It was their only real chance in the second half. After we allowed them to have a corner because Cameron thought it hit one of their players and it hit one of ours. I decided to put a defender on just as an extra body for set pieces. I still expected us to go on and win the game. For some reason, what I wanted to happen wasn't portrayed onto the pitch, and it ended up with a confusing sort of 5 minutes where the team felt they didn't know what was happening, which as footballers on the pitch, they should lead that anyway. All I wanted to do was put Halsey in there in the defence, move Mo across, move Josh forward, just because Josh had been doing really well up and down the line. Isaac, Owen and Tunde as young lads, it's difficult for them to maintain over 90 minutes. We know that they can maintain the intensity. So, I put Andy on there, who's been one of our best players recently until his suspension, just to shore up set pieces and make sure that we don't concede. And then they've nicked a penalty decision. Simple as that.
Are there still positives to take from this performance though? It's another point.
We haven't lost. We've gone. We're away from home. We've picked up a point. Obviously, the circumstances we've explained make it disappointing that we haven't picked up all 3. They're playing at the defensive end, but also, we should be scoring more than 1 against 10 men in 45 minutes. Like I say, I've got to make decisions that affect the game. I'll make as many right ones as possible, if I've made a wrong one today, I have to learn from it. But you know, if I hadn't made that decision, nobody knows what the result would be. So it's one of them where I have to learn. You know, I have to make decisions that I believe in. I have to put players on the pitch that I feel will get us the points. The circumstances of the penalty, like I say, until we see it again, it's hard to comment on.
Yeah. Can I just ask finally about the front four? We've tinkered with the forward line a lot this season. Do you think this combination you have now is the one that can take us for the rest of the season, with Watkinson and Biode and now Crawford coming in as well?
Well, what we want is a squad competing for places. We've had an issue with scoring goals this season. You know, we're giving people opportunity, we're giving young lads the opportunity to get valuable experience, and they have to go out and prove that they should be on the pitch, and if they get chances, they're going to put them away. So for the last 2 games, you know, we've done well, and for young lads, the difficulty at their stage of their career is to do well week in, week out. That's the challenge.